I'm Teresa, and this is Celebration Elevation, and today we're going to work on 5 simple DIY gift tutorials. So the 5 gifts that I'm going to show you how to make, and they're simple, and they're quick, and they are not expensive. The first one is bath salts, potpourri, sachets, a linen spray, and a room spray. All super easy. So I'm going to show you guys how to do these, and you'll see how easy they are. And I know a lot of you guys are busy moms and you want to make nice homemade gifts for people, but it's hard. It's hard. You don't have time to, like, I don't know, needlepoint something for someone or whatever. These are going to be really nice, and you can make them for people that are in your family, or you can make them for friends and neighbors. So we're going to start on the bath salts, and this is a lavender bath salt recipe. Okay, so I started out, I've already put in here this bowl 3 cups of Epsom salts. So it just came in a bag like this. I'll put the links for everything below. Actually, I don't know if you know this, but Epsom salt is not a salt at all. It's magnesium sulfate. So don't put this on your margarita rim. Kidding. Okay, so 3 cups of Epsom salts, 2 cups of baking soda, and this is just Arm & Hammer baking soda. I want to make sure that you can see everything I'm doing. And then we're going to use a cup. It calls for a cup of rock salt, but I didn't have rock salt, so I looked it up, and you can substitute, this is just kosher salt. So there are certain salts you shouldn't use. You shouldn't use like iodized table salt. Definitely do not use that. But you could absolutely use kosher salt. So I'm going to use that. So that's 1 cup. I'm just going to leave that in so you guys can see what thoughts I have. Okay, so 1 cup of kosher salt. Oh, okay. And then I love this because it's like, you know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be one of those people on the cooking shows, and they've got these little bowls and they're just dumping them in, and they're like 1 teaspoon of this and 2 teaspoons, and I always thought that's cool. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so then we're going to do 4 to 5 drops of oil. So for these bath salts, we're going to use, you can use whatever oil you want. We're going to use relaxing scents. So one is bergamot. Have you heard of bergamot? I had never heard of it, but I have this whole little kit of all these essential oils. This was one of them, and I looked it up, and it's one for relaxing. So it's 4 to 5 drops of oil. So I'm gonna put 3 on this. I'm doing more than I'm supposed to. Okay, 3 of the bergamot and then 3 of the lavender. And then what we'll do is we'll check to see after we stir it up if we want. You can always add more if you want to. And then we're gonna add a little bit of coloring. And I'm using mica powder, and this is absolutely fine to use. You don't have to use very much. A little goes a long way, and I used this in the soaps that I made, so you absolutely can use it in the bath salts. So I'm just like literally using a tiny bit. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm putting that in there. Then, now it gets fun. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of lavender. And I did purple because I figured this is going to be predominantly lavender scented, so I did purple. So I'm just sprinkling some lavender. This is not an exact science. Okay, and I'm not an exact scientist. Okay, and then I'm using some rose petals, and I looked up which ones are okay to use in like bath salts. So I'm using some rose petals. I got a whole bunch of different kinds of like dried flowers, and so I looked up which ones were okay for bath salts. I will show you, but it's really cool. It's a whole box of all different kinds. So I used some rose petals, and then I'm using a little bit of rose buds. And I just think that this stuff, it's pretty. And I was thinking, God, do you want this stuff in your bath? But, you know, a lot of people just do it and then scoop it out of their bathtub. Also, you could put it in muslin bags, little drawstring muslin bags, or they sell like tea bags that you can put them in. You're gonna want to put it in some kind of container, obviously, for your gifts, and then put some little instructions on there. And then what they will want to do is, I'm gonna just start stirring this up. So this is what it looks like now. So I'm gonna start stirring this up. They want to put a 1/4 cup of this concoction into the bath, and I'm just going to use my hands. This is just a plastic spoon. A 1/4 cup of this into their hot bath water, hot bath water, and then hopefully it'll be nice and relaxing for them. I am not a bath person, I have to say. And I want to be, because it always looks so nice. You see people like on TV and they've got like their glass of wine and a candle and they're reading a book and whatever. But you know, when I take a bath, I take a shower first, because as I always said, taking a bath is like kind of stewing in your own filth. Isn't that gross? I'm sorry I'm even saying that to you, but that's what it kind of feels like to me. But so I take a shower first and then I get in the bath. But you don't really TMI, right? Sorry. I'm mixing it all up. You can see that wasn't even enough color, because I don't even see purple, and I want to see purple, so I'm gonna add more now. I mean, I don't want it to turn the bath water purple, but I do want to be able to see it. So I'm gonna add a little more and mix it up some more. Oh, okay, see, that's getting, sorry. This is what I'm doing, and several people have commented on how I don't really show very well what I'm doing. And I'm taping this last video I did. My son Matt did the filming for it, so he was able to show really nice pictures. I'm doing this one by myself, obviously. Okay, again, it still looks white to me. I don't. Okay. So, but you can see, I mean, I'm making it take a long time because I'm yapping, but you can see, it doesn't really, this is easy. It's so easy. I mean, we've got Epsom salt, baking soda, rock salt, or in my case, kosher salt, the drops of oil, and the color, and then you have the, like, petals. And you don't even have to do petals or anything like that in here, but I just think it looks pretty. And now it's starting to look really pretty. Okay. It's very, very light on the purple. It's almost, this is bad. I'm gonna make somebody look like a big grape. Okay, that looks good. And it smells nice. And actually the lavender and the rose petals and the, oh, did I even say what this one was? This is jasmine. So jasmine buds. So all of those together make this smell really nice. Okay, you're not gonna be able to see this on camera, but I promise you this has like a really pretty lavender hue to it. But, oops, so hopefully you can see that. So now, what you're supposed to do is let this dry for 24 hours. Not that it feels wet, but just the oil in it and everything, let it dry for 24 hours. But I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. So I got this container to put one in, but you can do whatever you want. Just remember that it's a 1/4 cup they're using each time, so you don't want this little teeny little one serving kind of container. So I'm doing a few. So this is probably bigger than I even want. Actually, this probably, I am the worst person at guessing. Oh my god. Like when you have to put stuff in your Tupperware and oh how bad this is. I didn't even realize it was gonna be this much. Okay, but I'm terrible at guessing what size of things. This is all probably all gonna go in this one container. Okay, so don't do something this big. Okay. Oh, but it looks really pretty, I'm just saying. Okay, so what I would do is I would do this. I would give like a little scoop, maybe like a little 1/4 cup scooper. You know what I'll do? I'll look up 1/4 cup scoopers and I will put a link for that, so you can, if you want that, you can just click on that too if you're ordering the stuff to make this. But look how pretty that looks. It looks so pretty with all the little petals and everything in there. Okay, so then you'll put a little bow on it, maybe like a purple bow, and you can label it, and like I said, put some instructions with it, and there you go. I mean, this is probably for like, but I'm gonna say like 4 or 5 people maybe, and that was not a lot of ingredients. Okay, so that's our first project. So now we're gonna make the sachets. Okay. Now we're gonna do the second one, and this is the sachets. So what you need for this is 1/2 cup of rice. This is just regular long grain rice. 1/2 cup of lavender. And these are the lavender buds. And they come in, well, you can get them a lot of different ways, but I bought them in like a packet like this. lavender buds, about 10 drops of, this is what it's looking like right now. So then about 10 drops of 2 different kinds of oil. And the reason we're making this a lot stronger is because these are for sachets. So if you don't know what a sachet is, you put the ingredients in a little bag like this, and then you can keep it in your drawers or your closet or anywhere you want to smell nice. But it just kind of gives a nice fragrance to wherever you keep it, and you just keep it out. It's not really to be seen, but even though it's not to be seen, of course I found some really cute different kinds of little bags you can use, and I'll put a little link for them. I love these. So cute with a little flower. Okay, so I'm gonna use 10 drops of lavender. So 1, 2, 3, 4, ooh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that was probably more. And then rose. I'm gonna use some rose now. So this is easier to control. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, okay, that was a little bit too much again. Okay, so now I'm gonna stir it up just with this little scooper. You wanna make sure you keep this out of reach from pets and from kids. So just make sure whoever you give them to, you let them know. Keep it out of your kids and your pets. My dog, my lab, I mean, you would think they would leave this stuff alone. My dog would eat anything. He would, if it smells, if it has a scent to it, he'll eat it. He doesn't care. He eats flowers. He'll try to eat dirt in the garden. Okay, so then what you do is you take your scoop and see how easy this one was? Oh my gosh, this is like the easiest thing ever. So then you're gonna put a few scoops of it into your little bag, and you can do smaller bags if you want, or triple or whatever your sachet ingredients. Then you're just gonna tie it off, and it's super fragrant, super fragrant. So that's it. That's it for this gift. So we're 2 down, and we have 3 to go. So that's it for the sachets. Next, we're gonna do a potpourri. Okay, so remember I said we're gonna do a potpourri, and there is no specific recipe for this. And remember I told you I bought all those different dried flowers and dried petals and dried herbs, and so this is what they are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some things in here that I like the looks of, because you're just gonna want it to smell nice and look pretty, and that's it for this one. So you can use as much as you want of anything, and then we're just gonna add some flowers, and then we're gonna add some essential oil, and we're gonna mix it up. And so I'm using rose petals, rose buds, jasmine buds, and what else do we want? There's some lemon slices, like dried lemon slices. I thought that's kind of cool. This is where you can kind of just play with the colors. This one is purple Kafrina. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I'm laying off the lavender right now because I feel like I just did a whole bunch of lavender stuff. So I'm just doing some other stuff. These don't even have a scent to them, but they're just really, again, they're really pretty. So there we go. So this is what it looks like right now. Hello. Okay. So, and then maybe a little bit of this one, which is red. Jeez. I don't know what this is. But they're pretty, and they're in this little mixture. You know, you can also dry your own petals and make it with your own dried petals and your own dried fruit. I was reading about too, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I don't really have a lot in here right now. This one is lily flower. I guess I'll use that one too. It's so pretty, but Okay. So then what you're gonna do is I'm gonna use a little bit of grapefruit, and you're gonna use a lot of fragrance in this as well, just like we did with the sachets, because you know, this is the whole point of this, is to give your room some scent to it, or for your person that you're giving this to. And you could package this a lot. And okay, so that was grapefruit, and now I'm using a little jasmine. I'm probably doing like 10 drops of each of those, and then I'll mix it up with my trusty spoon. Don't need the spoon. I'm gonna use my scooper. Okay, so you see, it's very colorful. Okay, I'm really embarrassed to tell you this, but I wanted to get this. It's way too big. Okay, it would look much nicer if this was going in a little small jar. This is just shameful. It really truly is. This is a great gift though, you guys, I swear it is. Okay, but actually, okay, so anyway, if you get a small jar, you can get these great lids, and they are perfect for this width of mason jar. And then obviously the scent just comes through, but this would be much better in a small jar. But what I was gonna tell you is I found like this recently at an antique store. It's just an old tin, and any kind of bowl. You could use a pretty ceramic. Okay, this looks better. You could use a pretty ceramic bowl, and this is actually perfect because because it's like a perfect size for it. It's really pretty. You might want something clear, or that you can, but this is nice because then they could also put the lid on it and just put it away when I don't, if it gets too strong. So also what I would do is I would give them their little gift, and I would give them one of your essential oils that you like, and just remind them that every once in a while they should stir it up or shake it up, kind of reawaken the oils in there, and then they can always add some more drops to it as well. So that works really well. Okay, so we are 3 down, 2 to go. And the other 2 I'm just going to talk to you about because I made them actually yesterday. And I just want to tell you how easy they were. For the lavender vanilla linen spray, that is this one right here. So for that, I took a Pyrex bowl and I poured a 1/4 cup of vodka, just clear vodka. It can be the cheapest vodka you find. A teaspoon of lavender oil, and then it calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of clear vanilla, or 15 drops of vanilla essential oil. Okay, so I didn't have vanilla essential oil, and I didn't have clear vanilla, but I thought, well, I'm just gonna try it with regular vanilla, just baking vanilla, and then so that's it. 1/4 cup vodka, a teaspoon of lavender oil, and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so then I mixed it up. Actually, I was just gonna show you in here. This was the linen spray. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you because it doesn't really have a color to it. You see, I mean, you can see it looks a little cloudy, but you're spraying it on linen. So what I did for a test before I would spray it on anything, like pillowcases or anything, I just took white paper towel and I sprayed it. Oh, it smells so good. So I sprayed it on the white paper towel, and there's not a trace of anything. So, in my opinion, I'm fine with just using regular vanilla because it's a 1/2 teaspoon in that 1/4 cup of vodka, and it just didn't discolor anything. So I'm good with that, but I will have the link for the clear vanilla for you. And then the other thing is, and I forgot to mention, which I usually do, please hit subscribe if you liked the video, if you like the videos I'm putting out. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. So if you could hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, would really appreciate it. Okay, Then the last thing is the room spray. Okay, again, super easy. And you want to get a fine, like I showed you on that one, you want a fine misting, and I'll put the links to these too, but you see how that's really fine in the air? That one's good too. So that's the room spray. Okay, so for this one, it was same thing. I just used one of these. A half a cup of distilled water, 2 tablespoons of vodka, half teaspoon of Epsom salt, so just half teaspoon of this one in there. And then I used 6 drops of lemongrass essential oil and 6 drops of grapefruit. So you can see I've reused lavender in several of these. I've reused the same essential oils in several of these. I've reused the Epsom salts vodka in both of these. Isn't that strange that you use vodka for this? But it's nice because vodka is supposedly, it is antibacterial and antifungal. Who would have known? So, you know, I'm not recommending you drink your bottles, but I'm just saying. So you could just sit down with these ingredients that we use today and make 5 different Christmas presents, or presents for whatever, Mother's Day, birthdays, whatever you're making your gifts for. These are perfect gifts. I mean, I would love any of them. Okay, I promised you 5 simple DIY craft tutorials, and hopefully you feel like I came through for you. So here they are packaged up to give as gifts. This is everything we made, including my last video, which was the soy wax candles, and that's in one of the tinted jars that I made on an earlier video. So go back and watch some of my videos. They're not great quality because I'm still just learning, especially in the beginning, but they're very informative. And then the bath salts, the lavender bath salts, I gave it a little label. And then I found these little spoons that I thought were so cute. I found them on the internet, and I just thought that would be cute just for the person to kind of dish it into their little quarter cup scooper. And then I put a little note inside, and it just says, add quarter cup to hot bath and enjoy. And then make sure when you wrap it, though, you actually tape that closed with some like packing tape or something, and that will actually fit in these craft boxes as well, laying down. And then there's the potpourri that we made. It looks really pretty, and I have it in a ceramic bowl. I have another one of those little spoons in there, and then a note: when your potpourri needs more fragrance, give a stir and a few drops of oil. So then I'm including some of the rose essential oil. So I hope you guys like these. I would love to see photos if you make some, or just let me know in the comment section if you make anything, and if you could post pictures and tag me on your Instagram. I would love that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, like I said, please give me a thumbs up and comment on anything. It's okay, I can take it. You can comment on whatever you want. So I will see you next time. Have a great Thanksgiving. If you're watching this week, today is Monday of Thanksgiving week that I'm taping this. And so have a great Thanksgiving, guys. And I will see you soon. Bye.